Do you care about the environment or sustainability? Are you worried about the climate crisis? It can be easy to feel as though there's no way to make an impact, but this simply isn't true. Environmental catastrophe isn't some foregone conclusion, but making change requires people to give time and effort. Why not develop skills, forge friendships, and make memories while doing so? The University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, is home to a wide range of environmental groups. Whether you're interested in systemic or individual change, legislative or on-the-ground advocacy, finding others with a love for spending time outdoors, there's an organization for you. Part 2, 365 Green. Per their website, 365 Green, quote, functions on the basis of educating the student population and beyond on the issues of sustainability and to give them a path to direct action in policy making in their communities, end quote. They focus a lot on education, sharing resources, and hosting informational events. In the past, they've occasionally done group bonding events, such as a weekend-long camping trip. The group also does a lot of volunteering, and in the past, some members have represented the club in working on local climate justice projects. They often assist campus cleanup crew with waste cleanups and support the next group with climate justice outreach. Part 3, Students for Climate Justice. I've been a member of Students for Climate Justice since my very first semester at the U, and I'm very glad I made the decision to join this group. Also, because I've been a part of the group for so long, I know more about how it works and what they've done, so I'll discuss it in greater depth than the others. SCJ is a group dedicated to fighting against the climate crisis, with a focus on how the crisis disproportionately affects members of oppressed groups while being driven by oppressive forces. It is also a really wonderful, supportive community, and it's a fantastic way to find your feet in the world of activism. I had no activist experience before coming to the U, but I was able to slowly find ways to get more involved, and over time I've taken on a more active role with the group. Students for Climate Justice works against cases of environmental injustices, often partnering with off-campus social justice groups to do so. These groups include Minnesota Environmental Justice Table and Our Streets, among others. There are many ways this group makes an impact. It advocates for more sustainable practices at the University of Minnesota, which can serve as a blueprint and motivation for other colleges, especially those in the Big Ten, a sort of sustainable domino effect. The university is also a major player in many local environmental matters, such as the Hennepin Energy Recovery Center, or HERC, a trash incinerator in Minneapolis that SCJ has been advocating against for the past couple years. The HERC receives all of the Twin Cities campus's municipal waste. It is the #1 industrial polluter in Hennepin County, and the neighboring community has the highest asthma hospitalization rate in the state. The incinerator is in a neighborhood with 89% more low-income people and 90% more people of color than the rest of the state. It is a clear case of environmental racism. As pressure has continued to build, the county has committed to shutting the incinerator down eventually, though work is needed to ensure that this happens as soon as possible and that afterwards the site is managed in a way that benefits the community. Along with raising awareness about this issue on campus, Students for Climate Justice led an on-campus push for developing a zero waste plan, which would reduce university output to the HERC and help bring the university towards a more sustainable future. A zero waste resolution was developed by the group and passed through undergraduate student government and presented to the Board of Regents. SCJ often works alongside other on-campus social justice organizations, with its members often speaking at other events and exploring the intersections between the climate crisis and other issues, such as CLA's efforts in 2023 to slash gender and ethnic studies programs budgets, or the ongoing destruction in Palestine and violence against Palestinian civilians. If this group intrigues you, but you're unsure how you would contribute, I guarantee that just about any academic interest or personal hobby can be used to make a difference with SCJ, whether it be using graphic design skills to create incredible posters or social posts, or using leadership and management skills to organize events. Part 4, Environmental Student Association. One environmental student group with less of an activist approach is Environmental Student Association, or ESA. They focus on creating community among students with a passion for the environment. They often co-host informational events with other groups, including Students for Climate Justice and with local sustainability organizations. For example, in spring 2024, they held an e-waste event with Free Geek and Recycling Electronics for Climate Action. Part 5, Net Impact. An undergraduate U of M branch of a national nonprofit, Net Impact focuses on corporate climate responsibility. They, quote, find ways to translate what we learn in the classroom into tools we can use to be socially responsible professionals, end quote. One of their major programs is Impact Consulting, which gives students a chance to work with local nonprofits in a professional context. If you're interested in the combination of sustainability and business, Net Impact could be a good fit for you. Part 6, USG Environmental Committee. For those interested in government work and affecting change through policy, the undergraduate student government is a good opportunity to sample that sort of work. The Environmental Accountability Committee is one of the group's 5 regular committees. The group advocates for, quote, the addition and expansion of environmental programs on campus, end quote. They often organize events with other groups and colleges, with recurring events including clothing swaps and Earth Week celebrations. To give an example of other work they do, they've advocated for increased solar panel usage and helped with drafting environmental core curriculum requirements. And they worked with Students for Climate Justice to pass a resolution in 2022 demanding increased environmental divestment transparency from the university, and the aforementioned one in 2024 demanding creation of a university zero waste plan. Students can join committees as representatives for student groups or for colleges, or just by applying to be a committee member. Members who are in the committee alone must attend bi-weekly 2-hour meetings, while those who are part of USG's main Senate body meet weekly. Part 7, Conclusion. Thank you for checking out this introduction to environmental groups at the U. If you're at all interested in the environment and sustainability, I really recommend looking into these groups. Even if you can't commit to being a full member, you can do things like follow Students for Climate Justice's Instagram page and stay informed on local climate issues, or sign up for the newsletters of 365 Green or ESA and stop by a couple events each semester. These groups are a great chance to contribute to a healthier future and connect with the campus community. To learn how to get involved, check out the video description. If you have any questions, environmental resource recommendations, or ideas for future videos, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.